My neighbor asked to borrow my lawnmower, and an hour later, the FBI was at my door. I've lived next to Gerald for 3 years. Sweet old guy, always waving from his porch, brings me cookies at Christmas. The kind of neighbor who offers to water your plants when you're on vacation. So when he knocked on my door Saturday morning asking to borrow my lawnmower, I didn't think twice. Mine's in the shop, he said, scratching his head. Just need it for an hour or two. I handed it over, told him to take his time, went back inside to finish my coffee. 63 minutes later, someone was pounding on my door like they were trying to break it down. I opened it to find 4 FBI agents with their badges out, and very serious faces. Sir, we need to ask you some questions about your lawnmower. I blinked. My what? Your lawnmower. Where is it right now? My neighbor borrowed it. Gerald. Next door. Why are you asking about my lawnmower? The lead agent, a woman with sharp eyes and zero humor, stepped closer. When did you last use it? Thursday. I mowed my lawn. It's just a lawnmower. What's going on? She ignored my question. Did you notice anything unusual about it? Any modifications? Anything added or removed? No. It's a Honda push mower from Home Depot. I've had it for 2 years. It cuts grass. The agents exchanged looks. One of them was already walking toward Gerald's house. Sir, we're going to need you to come with us. My stomach dropped. Am I under arrest? Not yet. That yet made my blood run cold. They walked me next door. Gerald's front yard was surrounded by federal vehicles. Agents in tactical gear were everywhere. Someone had erected a barrier around his garage. What did he do? I asked. Nobody answered. That's when I saw it. My lawnmower, sitting in the middle of Gerald's driveway, completely disassembled. The engine was in pieces. The deck was flipped over. And standing around it were people in hazmat suits. Hazmat suits. For my lawnmower. Sir, did Gerald have access to your garage at any point in the last week? I thought about it. He helped me carry groceries in on Wednesday. I left him in the garage for maybe 30 seconds while I grabbed my wallet. More exchanged looks between agents. The lead agent pulled out her phone and showed me a photo. It was the underside of my lawnmower deck, except there was something attached to it that definitely wasn't there when I bought it. A small metal box with wires running into the engine housing. Do you know what this is? I've never seen that before in my life. It's a Jeep's tracker with a transmitter. Military grade. Your neighbor attached it to your lawnmower Wednesday afternoon. My brain couldn't process what I was hearing. Why would Gerald put a tracker on my lawnmower? Because Gerald isn't Gerald. She pulled up another photo. An FBI wanted poster. The face looked like Gerald, but younger, thinner, with a different name entirely. Victor Reeves, former defense contractor turned international arms dealer. He's been on our watch list for 4 years. Disappeared in 2019 after stealing classified weapons schematics. I stared at the photo, then at Gerald's house. That's my neighbor. He's been living under a false identity. We've been tracking him for months, but he's careful. Doesn't use phones, doesn't drive, barely leaves his property. When he does, it's always on foot in crowded areas where we lose him. She paused. Until this morning, when your lawnmower started transmitting location data to a server in Eastern Europe. My mouth went dry. He used my lawnmower to send intelligence? We believe he modified the tracker to piggyback on cellular signals. When you mow your lawn, the vibration from the engine activates the transmitter. It's been sending encrypted data packets every time you've used it for the last week. What kind of data? She didn't answer that. Instead, she asked, has Gerald ever asked you about your work? I thought back. I'm an engineer for a defense subcontractor. He knew that. We talked about it once. He seemed interested in what projects I worked on. Which projects specifically? My stomach turned. Missile guidance systems. The agent's face confirmed what I was already thinking. I'd been talking to an arms dealer about classified defense projects while he planted surveillance equipment on my lawnmower. He was using you as an unwitting courier, she explained. The tracker recorded conversations when you mowed near your home office window. Your voice, phone calls, anything within range of the microphone. I sat down on Gerald's front steps because my legs stopped working. How much did he get? We're still determining that, but we intercepted this morning's transmission. That's why we're here. I watched them load Gerald into an armored vehicle. He didn't look like a sweet old man anymore. He looked like exactly what he was. A professional criminal who'd been playing me for months. The lead agent handed me her card before she left. We'll need you to come in for a full debrief. And sir, get a new lawnmower. We're keeping this one as evidence. I stood in my yard for an hour after they left, staring at the empty spot where my mower used to be. My neighbor wasn't just borrowing my lawnmower. He was borrowing my entire life, and I handed it to him with a smile.